I know what you're thinking, this is moonshine. This isn't moonshine. This is Southern Gold. This is iced tea. And nothing's better on a hot sunny day than some refreshing tea. Now, you might have some guests for the fall. You're planting your fall or spring garden and you've been working on these seed starts and you're ready to put these in the ground. How are you going to fertilize them? How are you going to love them? How are you going to give them the refreshment they need? I think it's compost tea. And today I'm going to show you how to create your own tea brewer, compost tea brewer. Cheers. Enjoy having you on this journey. If you wouldn't mind sharing with a friend that you found us, we'd love to meet them as well. Click like, subscribe if you haven't already, ring that notification bell so you'll know every time we produce a video just for you. Because when you hook up that pump, this thing's just gonna brew. And you'll have your own gold magic for your plants, for your soil. Hey, there's a man working down here. What you doing? Are you a mockingbird or blue jay? All the crazy squirrels are gone. Oh my. Must be Monday. Well, I'm going to take just a minute to show you how to put this plumbing together. Now, I've watched YouTube videos, I've seen confusing demonstrations, and what I want to do for you is to go step by step through this process to take the mystery out of it. You don't need any mystery, you just need something that works. So in the description, I'm going to give you everything you need and so you can actually pre-cut all these items. So now I'm going to put it together for you. Again, taking the mystery out. We're going to start with a tea. This is a 1/2 inch PVC tee. I'm going to take my 2 smallest pieces in the cut list, which about 1 5/8 inches, and put them into the tea. Now these pieces have holes, and there's not much space here to do this, but when you put these 2 45s on, and this is kind of the start of this whole process, there's a little gap here. I didn't have to put holes here, but I wanted holes to really stir this water and grow the good biology. So I have 2 holes here and 2 holes here. So 2 holes going straight up and 2 holes going towards the middle of the barrel. All right, so that's the start. And then I take my 7 5-inch pieces and I've done the same thing. I have holes going up and holes going towards the middle. And then I'm going to put these holes up. Choose 2, doesn't matter, they're all the same. And then I have holes going up and holes going towards the center of that octagon. And then just repeat this process, adding the 45-degree angles. Again, everything's 1/2 inch. Do the same thing here. I'm adding the holes up, the holes in. So you're just kind of alternating 5-inch pieces with the 45s. And this really is a simple project. There's not a lot of complicated tools you need to do this. You can cut these things with a hacksaw, or you can use fancy PVC cutters if you have them. It's really, because it's 1/2 inch, it won't even take that long to cut these things. Again, I'm creating that octagon. I have my last 2 45s to put in place, just like that. You wonder, why are you not gluing these? It's because I want to be able to take apart this system and clean it. If you glue it together, then it's really kind of hard to do that. Now, I don't scrub it, clean it, that type of thing every time. If you keep it clean, if you rinse it down really good every time you use it, and we use ours almost once a week, then it will stay relatively clean. Okay? If you rinse it down, especially with city water, with a little bit of chlorine in it, and then set it out in the sun, you'll even sanitize it. All right, so now I have my pipe coming up, and that pipe, it's going to be my longest pipe. This is reaching down to the deepest part of the bucket. Now, if you have, depending on the size of your bucket, this could vary. But for the standard 32 gallon, this works really well. All right, so I put this pipe in. This is the first pipe I've included that doesn't have holes in it. I don't have holes in my fittings, just my straight pieces. But this straight piece, no holes. All right, and then at the top of that, I'm going to add another one of these tees. All right, and I can just firmly connect that all together. It starts becoming rigid. All right, then I take a pipe and come over to the middle, and I'm going to put another tee, and this tee is going back down into the bucket. And then I'll add one here, and then I'll put a cap, and this is just to keep the air. It stops the air at this point. Again, there's no holes here, and this has gone outside the bucket. The side of my bucket's here, so you have to kind of use your imagination here. And what this does, it just kind of holds, it almost hangs this into that bucket. This is outside of it. So we've hanged it on one side, but then we need to hang it on the other side. So I'll add a little piece here, and this is on the other side of the bucket. I've gone back outside the bucket. Obviously these holes aren't sealed tight. These holes are loose enough. It can be an overflow. So if you overfill your bucket, it'll go outside of that space, but that gives you plenty of room to create a brew. Then I have one special 90. This isn't a standard 90. Normal 90s are slip on both sides. This 90 is slip on one side and female pipe threads on the other, and they're 1/2 inch female pipe threads. So I need a 1/2 inch adapter, and I use some pipe thread sealant on that to kind of help get a really good airtight seal. And then this is where I connect my hose. So I choose the Barb based on which hose I use, which is usually dictated by your pump. So this is a 3/8 inch hose, 3/8 inch Barb, and that's what's going to add air to this system. So this goes on the outside, and I point it towards wherever my pump's going to be. So if my pump's going to be down here, I pointed that and just directly put that into the system. So this is the plumbing that's inside of your compost tea brewer. There's one more piece here, and this piece goes back down into the brewer. Again, there's no holes in this pipe, but at the very end, this cap doesn't have any holes, but this cap I added holes. And I put 9 16th inch holes in here to kind of spray, it becomes like a spray of air into my brewer. And this is where this large tea bag fits, and you can see it fits almost perfectly. It doesn't rest on the bottom, it goes all the way up to the top. And this rack that's hanging in that bucket is now rigid enough to hold whatever my tea brew is going to be. And we'll talk about that in the next episode. So what we're working on here is just creating the infrastructure for our compost tea brewing system, and this is your own brewer. So we're talking about just a few dollars to create the plumbing. You'll spend a little bit more on your pump, but you could probably do a pump, anywhere from $19 to possibly $35. And then your tea bag, and this one's been the original tea bag we've had. This is over a year old, and you can see it's still clean. But again, it's clean because I rinse it out every time. If you let your tea bag sit around for a few days, it's going to be very difficult to clean. And this is very fine fiber. So that is the inside of the brewing system. Simple enough now. You could probably do this. Again, all the parts are listed, all the cuts are listed. I think you could do this too. Hopefully we took the mystery out of making a compost tea brewer. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I can help you in the making of yours. Hey, we're in this together. We got to stick together. And your plants deserve a refreshing compost tea brew that you made yourself. Dulcie, do you like compost tea? No? Yes? Just chicken? Did you eat Mommy's chicken?